Hello, good morning, good evening, depending what time you're watching the video. Today in this video I will teach you something really interesting. Basically this video is for those beginners that they haven't decided where to study English or where to study a second language. So as you know that nowadays we have the technology just in one click. If you want to learn something, you only have to go to your computer and you can look for that. And that is one of the easiest way that we have right now, because many years ago was totally different because of you had to read a lot. So that's why today I decided to make this video, because of we had you can study English online and also you can study English in a college. But before telling you the pros and cons about both terms, just let me ask you a question, or this is one of the questions that we had to ask ourselves at the time to study a language. What is going to be the purpose of learning a language? This is one of the things that, this is one of the questions that we have to keep in mind all the time. What is going to be the purpose of learning a language? This is going to be just for getting a job, or this is going to be just for having a friend or having a conversation with a friend? Because of the pen of that, this is going to be the way that we have to learn, and this is going to be one of the options, or probably one of these one are going to be the best options for you. So now that I already told you that question, just let me tell you the pros that we had when you go to, or when you decided to study online. So one of the pros that we had when you decided to study online is that you don't have to travel. This is one of the most important things that we had to keep in mind, because if you don't have to travel, this is one of the things that everybody is going to like it, because of who lies. Oh, just let me ask you this: who lies to wake up early in the morning? Nobody lies to wake up in the morning, right? Everybody prefer to be at home and study at home, and because of this is one of the easiest way and one of the funnest thing. Because if you want, you can take. If you want to, you can take a shower. It will be depend of you. If you don't want it, you don't take a shower and you can study online. It will be depend of you. You don't have to wake up and go to the bus stop and take the bus and spend money. This is going to be different. The other thing is that, as I told you before, is that you don't have to spend money and you don't have to spend time either, because of you don't have to go to the bus stop. You don't have to spend money in the bus fare, and you don't have to spend time inside of the bus. This is one of the most or one of the good things that has in order to study online. So, but this one has also some cons, and one of the cons that a study online has is that you don't have no interactions with anybody. Because of the things that when you are at a study or when you are in front of your computer, you don't have nobody around you or surrounding you. Nobody is surrounding you, because of it is just your computer, you and the teacher. So the thing is that you cannot practice with someone, because nobody's next to you. So the thing is that if you have a friend that you can practice with him or her, that it will be good. But remember that when you are in a class online, it's just you, your computer, and also the teacher. That is one of the most important things. So now, on the other hand, we have the other one, that is basically college. Everybody said that college is one of the greatest things that you can have, because of you can get a diploma, and this is true, because of if you go to the college you can get a diploma and you can graduate from a certain career, and in this one it can be bachelor degree, and that it will be really good for you, because if you can get a job and a good job, it will be depend of you, because of remember that the paper is not going to give you the job, it's your knowledge is the ones that is going to give you the job. So just let me give you the pros that we had when you decide to go to study in a college. And this one is the opposite. It is interaction. And this one is the opposite. I was telling you that is the opposite, because if you had a lot of classmates which you can practice with. So the thing is that you can practice in your break, you can practice inside of the class, and also the teacher is going to assign. It will be depend on the methodology that the teacher is using inside of the class. This is going to be the way that you are going to learn. But imagine that if the teacher is really good at the time to perform the classes, and you had to practice a lot, that is going to be really, really, really useful or really helpful for you at the time to learn something. So that's why this is one of the pros that we had. And the other one is that you will have the opportunity to meet a lot of people with different customs, different culture, and they will have a different thinking. And so this is going to be really useful for you at the time to on the learning process, because of in this case you will be able to practice and you will be able to meet people using your English. So it means that if you meet someone that they had a different thought about certain topic, you can discuss that topic, and this is going to be really useful for you and really good for you. And the cons that we had in this one is that you had to spend time, and also you will spend more money, because if you had to go to the bus stop, you had to take the bus, you had to pay the bus fare in order to go to the college, because of in most of the cases the college is far away from your home, and you had to spend a lot of time, you had to spend money for it, because if you had to spend in the course and you had to spend money in the bus. So basically those are the factors that we had to take into account at the time to decide to study English. So this is all for this video, and I hope you like it. And keep in mind this: practice makes perfect. Try to practice a lot, and this is going to be really useful for you. If you want, you can mix both terms, in this case both factors, and that is going to be really useful for you and your life. And keep it up. Have a wonderful day. Later.